All right, here we go. Today is October the 19th, 2 weeks until we get to go vote for our next group of, we hope, public servants. And I'm excited about this. I sort of backdoored to get in a race here that I'm really enjoying it. I'm telling people I'm going to pave their driveways and roof their houses and buy them 2 sets of tires and people getting a kick out of that. And also try to stir them up a little. I tell them, we're just going to pave on top of what Lowell and John paved for you, because they promised to pave your driveway. If they've been elected all these times, they paved it, and they said, no, they hadn't paved mine. Well, they paved mine. I wouldn't vote for them again. So just stir a little stuff up and have a little fun. There is a system that has evolved, and when I get in office, I'm going to work on fixing the system. The system has got a lot of things in it that the PAC money, makes it where people that are not in politics can't get in politics. They have to spend their money, and it's not worth it. The system is a preventative system. It's not what these guys had in mind at all. And that's why we're all standing up, and that's why I'm talking about this stuff this morning rather than back working on my software. One of my companies that I do, I've got some properties and stuff like that. This is real important to me and a lot of other people in Alabama and in the entire country. I really believe that this disaster has been a wake-up call and a blessing. I feel blessed that I know a lot more about how these people operate. I had people call and tell me about the people that are in office now, picking them up, and Lowell and John coming by and picking up a mayor and putting him in the front seat and telling him, I've got the votes, I can do this, I can do that, you better do what I'm telling you to do, and I'm going to talk to all the city council, threats, type government that you think goes on in Chicago or somewhere else is going on right here in our community. As I have sort of stood up, people have come to me and told me about lap dances and threats and retaliations. It's a shame that greed and those type things have come over these people, and I think that the whole problem can be solved very easily. I think it's on the way to solution. And I've got big, big hopes that America is going to turn this thing around. I don't think we're headed off of a cliff. If you look at a country, you look at a business, it's like my business. I had an older gentleman when I got started. He said, Bob, you won't know when it happens, but said momentum will take over. If you stay at it long enough, momentum will take over your business, and it'll be a lot easier, and it'll run, and it'll be more prosperous, and you'll have more happy customers, and things will just happen. And America's got a tremendous amount of momentum, success, just the infrastructure, the workers, the things that are here. We're going to be hard to tear us apart. I'm real excited about all of the people that are coming out and saying, no, we've been deceived. We've got the wrong people making decisions for us. We trusted them. They tell us we thought. So we just said, okay, y'all do that. Y'all take care of that. We'll go take care of this, and y'all do what you're supposed to do. And we've been let down. We've been tremendously let down. And that's the reason I'm sitting here this morning. And I believe there are a lot of people like me, and there's going to be a lot more people when we have the 2012 election that will have said, I can make a difference. I do know how to make decisions. I do have experience. I do have character. I do fear the Lord. And that's where I'm going this morning with this. What we've got to do, these guys right here, when they did this, I read about this, and Benjamin Franklin walked in one morning and said, men, we're not getting anywhere. We need to get on our knees in these chambers, and we need to pray and ask God to help us develop a document to run this country. And what I want you to see is how small it is. God says something, he just does it in a little bitty sentence. He put this together. We had a health care bill that most people couldn't carry. This runs our country, and we got a health care bill with all of that pork and stuff that doesn't have anything to do with health care. Some of the people that lobbied strong, biggest lobbyist bill, health care bill that's ever been. Dunkin' Donuts lobbied. Tampa Nugget cigars, big lobbyists. Did you know there's nothing in that bill about how harmful sugar is and donuts are to do preventative health? Smoke those cigars. Nothing in here that rewards someone that does their health, takes care of themselves, that is working hard to stay out of a hospital and a doctor. Was there anything mentioned here? Not at all. It was the lobbyist. Biggest lobbyist effort. 4,700 or 27, I don't know. Look at here. Little old bitty thing. By God's grace, we've been here 200 and whatever years this says 1787. Excuse me. But this has got us here, and it'll keep us here. Middle class people, you read in these other countries about it, politics are they've got this little group of people at the top and no middle class, and they keep everybody depressed. We're headed to socialism. That's another reason I'm here. I don't want socialism. I want a free enterprise system. It's worked. Government officials like we've got in office now, they want all the money to come through them. That's not healthy. That's not what we do. That's not how we got here. So what I think we've got to do is we've got to think about character, integrity, and men that will step up, and women that will step up. I'm not sure the graft and corruption and the greed that I've seen these people taking money from lobbyists and all that. I'm not sure that at this day and time we shouldn't be 100% women. It just doesn't seem like as many of them get corrupted, even though I think one of them they locked up on this Senate thing on the gambling. I think I saw her in the back seat of a car. It was a lady. But anyway, it probably crosses that over too. But here's what the deal is. This thing is the manufacturer's handbook. And I feel like that we've got instructions here. Solomon in Proverbs was instructions of how to live, what to do and what not to do. When I first became a Christian, I had a gentleman tell me, whatever day of the week it is, read that proverb. So I've read Proverbs a lot of times. I've been a Christian for 33 years now. But I want to just go to a place over here that I think pertains to what has happened to us. Yesterday I talked about the little old $30,000 or $50,000 salary a year that a senator and a House of Representative guy gets, and then they got to pay all of their expenses out of that. It doesn't make economic sense to run for that. unless you're wealthy and, you know, your parents have got a lot of money and you don't have to work. There's some good people that put themselves up for that. But why, if you had good intentions for our state, why would you keep a salary that nobody can live on, that qualified people can't take away from their family? You take the senator's pay, all of the whole House, the Senate, all of the House, the governor, lieutenant governor, you take all of those people and you put their salaries together and you double it, and Nick Saban in Alabama makes more money than they all do. Now, I'm going to do things I hope that make sense. Limit the terms and increase the salary for senators and House of Representatives. Doesn't have to go in effect till after I get there. I'm not trying to do me a raise. I'm fortunate. God's blessed me. I've got income from businesses and royalties and rent and stuff like that. But we need to limit the terms. We've been sold a bill of goods by the professional politicians. Seniority. You just keep putting me in there, and then I get things for you over the other guy that's not as senior as I am. Well, to me, you've broken your oath. If you're a U.S. senator, that means U.S. You're supposed to, if you're from Illinois, you're supposed to help California and Alabama. It's supposed to be equal. If you're in the state and you're from Jackson County, you should be able to help Etowah County. What decisions you make are for all of it. And this stuff that these guys that Shad and I are running against talk about, people I see them, they say, oh, but Lowell's done so much for this. That money, you take gas taxes. The gas that's bought and sold, I write software for gasoline companies. And the taxes that are taxed in Jackson County, it's how much is distributed in Jackson County. And that gas tax comes back proportionately to Jackson County. It's proportioned back out. The school money for education. I know the last time Lowell ran, I picked it up, $303 million or something that he's gotten for schools, like it was his money. No. If Tarzan's chimpanzee would have been in there, cheetah, we'd have gotten the same amount of money. It's not got anything to do. 98%. And if it did, Lowell is breaking. He's a state senator. He's not a Jackson County senator. John Robinson is not just for District 23. It says on here, I'm running for state representative. I represent the state when I'm elected. So what we've got to do, folks, is we've got to have people that will run, that have character and integrity, and a little bit of a spine to take some of this stuff. All this mud that Lowell is spending $250,000 against Shad, doesn't bother that boy a bit. He's tough. He's got a spine. He's not a spineless guy. That's what these people hate. I got a little bit of spine. Bring it on. I've always enjoyed a little conflict. I told people, I didn't really realize how much I enjoyed sports and stuff till I got where I couldn't play. I liked running the football. We'd go in the huddle, they'd call a play, and I knew I was going to get it. I knew there was fixing to be a conflict. About every, 40 seconds we had a conflict, whether I was on defense or whether I was on offense.